For a lot of people, the gospel feels pretty simple, right? It's like a transaction. You believe and you get your ticket to heaven punched for when you die. It's this secure promise, a reservation for the afterlife. But what if that's only half the story? What if there's so much more to it than that? Yeah. What if we flip that whole idea on its head? What if salvation isn't the finish line you cross to collect your eternal prize? What if it's actually the starting gun for the most important race of your entire life? Because when we see salvation as just an end point, it's easy to fall into what you might call the getaway plan gospel. It turns our faith into an exit strategy, just a way to escape this broken world, instead of a commission to actually go in and transform it. There's a name for this, actually. It's the truncated gospel. And it's called that because it's a half message. It gets really loud about the believe and go to heaven part, which is amazing, but it kind of whispers the equally crucial call from Jesus to follow me. And that changes a total life transformation into just a single one-time event. I mean, just look at the difference here. It is night and day. On one side, you've got belief alone. It's passive, it's a one-and-done deal, your ticket's punched, your seat's reserved, but on the other side, you have a lifelong apprenticeship. That's a total transformation. It's a brand new assignment. It's a life filled with purpose. See, one is a destination. The other is the start of an incredible journey. So let's flip the script. Let's imagine a completely different picture. Not us escaping Earth, but heaven invading Earth. The kingdom of God isn't some sterile waiting room where we just hang out until the end. No way. It's a workshop, it's active, it's dynamic, and real change is happening right here, right now. The thing is, the kingdom is a present reality. It's now. When Jesus started his ministry, what was his very first message? The kingdom of heaven is at hand. He meant it was right here, in our midst. It wasn't just some far-off promise for later. It was an urgent, immediate call to action for today. And this quote just nails it. This is the great reversal. Not us escaping upward, but God breaking in. That is the paradigm shift. Salvation is about us getting airlifted out. It's about God's reality, his kingdom, breaking into our world through the lives of his people. It's an invasion of light, not an evacuation plan. Okay, so what does this all mean for you? For me? Well, it means everything. You're not just a passive believer anymore, not just a passenger waiting to arrive at your destination. You're an active ambassador. Your eternal destination has absolutely changed, for sure. But guess what? So has your entire job description. Think about it like this. The cross, it does more than just bring forgiveness. It fundamentally reconciles us to God, restoring that broken relationship. And then the resurrection, it does more than just prove God's power. It actively recruits us to his mission. See, one brings us back to God and the other sends us out for him. And listen, this mission isn't some special assignment reserved for a select few, like pastors or missionaries. No, this assignment is universal. Every single believer is an ambassador, a direct representative of the King. You were created specifically for good works that God himself prepared in advance for you to do. Your life has a pre-written divine purpose waiting to be walked out. All right, so let's bring this down to earth. What does this faith in motion actually look like in practice? It's all about living as visible, tangible evidence that heaven's invasion has already begun. Your life literally becomes a signpost, pointing everyone around you to this new and better reality. And this happens in the everyday stuff. Every prayer you pray is a strategic move, changing the spiritual landscape. Every small act of kindness is a powerful declaration of war against the darkness. Every time you speak a word of truth, you are actively pushing back the lies of the enemy. It all matters. So you might be wondering, okay, if the mission is so clear, what's the holdup? Well, this verse tells us exactly what the problem is. The issue has never, ever been a lack of opportunity. The harvest is always plentiful. The real problem, the real shortage is in the number of workers, the number of people who are available and willing to jump in and participate in what God is doing. So here's the bottom line. The gospel is not an exit strategy from a world that's falling apart. It's the grand entrance into a global, history-changing mission. It's not about getting out. It's all about being sent in. And that leaves us with a really personal question. This isn't theoretical. It's a direct, immediate call. What specific part of God's invading kingdom, what piece of his restorative, healing work on this earth is waiting right now for your obedience?